Hey everybody, Madeline here, your friendly brand new Colorstreet stylist. So I wanted to do a video to show you how to put the nail strips on. I know some of you are brand new to this, and this will just give you an idea of how it works and how easy it is. So this is what they come in, a little package like this. I don't know if you can see that, bud, but this one is called Palm Before the Storm. And so it is an overlay. It's got the palm tree design on there, on clear. So what I'm doing is I already put this light green on my nails, and I'm going to do the overlay on that. Of course, if you do this is a polish, but if you do a Colorstreet color under it, it's going to last longer, of course, because this stuff, I can't tell you. As you guys know, I work with dogs. I got my hands in their mouths, and I'm also putting up a fence, doing all kinds of stuff, and my nails have stayed perfect. I've had one or two chips from doing the fence where I'm grabbing fence mesh and doing this. Anyway, whatever, they last a long time, just trust me. So this is what I'm going to put on. I'm going to put on this green. And I know they have some solids in the Colorstreet line that would look beautiful. And I saw somebody who did it with an ombre design, and it was so cool. So the overlays you can get super creative with. In the package, you get a little nail file. There are a bunch of the little designs. Can you tear the plastic off that? And then you get the nail strip prep pads. This is just to clean off your nail and to make sure that the surface is really primed to put the strips on as much as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do mine. Arlen is here, and what I do is when I have extra, I don't have enough extra. If your nails are short enough, you can use one strip for two nails, but my nails are longer, so I can't typically do that. So if I have a little extra, I'll put it on her nails, and then she's got a cute little manicure too. So that's kind of fun. But we have the prep pad, so I'm gonna prep my nails. Wait till we do the strips. We've got a timer. What we're gonna do is we're gonna time when we start putting on the strips. I guess we could do it with the prep pads. Go ahead and start the timer. Vaughn, you can show the timer if you want to. On our iPad here. So, and then that's okay. You don't have to do that. Now me. Kid camera people. And so we do this to prep our nails and just let it dry for a second. It's kind of alcohol based, I think, so it dries pretty fast. And now we're prepped to put the strips on. What we're going to do with the timer is I'm going to do the video and show you a few nails, and then I will post, when I post this, how long it took me to do my entire manicure. And I will also post pictures of my entire manicure. So we get these, which I believe are 16 strips. You have all these different sizes because everybody's fingers and nails and everything are different. My thumbs are like toes. You guys who know me know this. It's ridiculous. So I have to use this really big one, and I even have a little space on either side when I do it. But it's fine. It still looks great. People can't tell. And they also have pedicure sets that I could use if I wanted to, but it works out pretty well. So got my file ready, got my strips ready. I know I'm going to be using this one, so I'm going to pull that off. And you basically just fit. You just have to show, and if you want to show the hands, I don't know if you can see on what I'm doing with my hands, but you can, you basically just fit which nails are going to fit to or which strip rather is going to fit to your nail. So what I do is I just lay it on there. You can tear them apart, it's not a big deal. Lay them on there and kind of curve it, and I look and see, is there a lot on either side? And you just get the best you can, right? Because again, especially with an overlay, it's clear. So back to me, my face. Especially with an overlay, it's clear. So you're not really going to see a big difference if it doesn't meet the edges totally. And even if it doesn't, you really can't tell. So I peel off the little plastic top, and then I'm going to peel off the actual nail strip. And I just picked a random finger to fit it to. So usually they say start with your pinky and work to your thumb. And go ahead and show my nail on. So I'm going to lay that over, make sure it's centered. You don't want to get it on your cuticle if you can help it. So you get it all to the base. Again, if those of you who know me pretty well know I'm pretty anal retentive and detail oriented. So I really try to make sure it's super straight as much as possible. Try not to get it on your cuticles. This was actually a really good fit size for me. And what I'm doing is just pressing it on all over my nail. And you see that little strip? You can take off that little silver thing if you want. I usually leave it on so I have something to grab. What I'm doing is I'm stretching it onto and pressing it onto my nail. And then on the end, I usually just crease it over the edge of my nail and then pull it down. And then there it's on my nail. Okay. Now this part, I'll show you what I'm going to do to finish my nail here in a second. I'm just going to take my file and finish the edges, but honestly, even without doing anything else and just fitting it to the edge, especially with an overlay that's clear. I don't know if you can see that on. Can you see it pretty well? Is it too close? Is it clear? Okay. So you can see how well that is on my nail and fits and looks beautiful and it's not going to come off. And what I do is I sit and just press it back again a little bit and press it really hard. So let me do Arlen's. So let's show what we're doing with hers. So now I have this little extra bit, right? Can you see what I've got here, hon?
Yeah.
I can't see the camera, guys. Sorry. So I've got this little bit, and what I'm going to do is just take off that. So you've got the rounded other side of it. And I'm just going to figure out which one of hers it goes on. Hers tend to be smaller, obviously. And so I do end up getting on the cuticle on her a little bit sometimes. But what I do is we get it on there. And then when I'm doing this, and I pinch her skin a little bit, but she's a tough kid. She's my kid. And so I get it over the edge of her nail. And you take the file and you rub it down real light. And it just takes off the edge. And her nails are super short. And so some of you have got this. That's fine. You just rub it out over the edge. And it uses that friction over the edge of the nail and just takes it right off that edge. And then what I'll do is I might take a cuticle nipper and kind of nip off the edges if it's too big. You can do this on your own if you happen to fit it wrong. But now she's got a cool little palm nail, and then I just tell her, go ahead and press your nail. So go ahead and press it on there real well. Back up on so you can see. And so she'll press it on. So look at mine again. I'm gonna, can you see the nail? Is it focused?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna press it on there. And then I might just take my file and nice and easy. But really, my nails are real, so they're thin. And when I bend that nail over the edge, it just breaks that nail strip perfectly. But when you take that file just nice and light, it just files it right off because it's a real polish, so it's real thin. It's not thick like a nail wrap or whatever. And it fits on there beautifully. And then these are going to last for 2 weeks. I've had them last for like 15, 16 days, and I could have probably even left them, but there was so much growth and everything, I changed them, and you're not really supposed to do more than 14 days. It's paying back to me now. Okay. So, I mean, that's the routine, right? And we're at 5 minutes, but I did it real slow, and I showed you and did hers and everything. If I was doing my own and I wasn't talking to you, I'd probably have most of this hand done already. But I'll go ahead and see which one fits. Do another one. The thing I like about these overlays, too, is that the design on each one is a little bit different. So it's not going to look exactly the same. So the design on them is just super cool. So I'm going to peel off that top, which is the purple. Boop. And then the actual strip. Lay it straight in the center. Try to get it as close to my cuticle as possible. And if I feel like I'm too close, I'll push my cuticle back when I'm pushing the strip on. And then I just rub it. I go from the center out, rub it on there. Super easy. See it bend in a little bit. I've had it to where I bent it to itself and I had to just kind of scratch that extra bit. And if she's not here, then of course I can't use the extra bit, but then I pull that down. See that? Isn't that cool? And then we'll give this a little bit to Arlen. It's kind of bigger, so I'm gonna have to come back and clean that up for her a little bit, but oops. And even sometimes when I've touched it, it still sticks really well. It blows my mind. If you've touched them, of course, obviously it's not gonna stick as well, but it amazes me how well they last and how well they stay on there. And that's it. And I'll come back with cuticle nippers and get the little edges if I need to, but then she'll press that on and then it's cool. Okay. So, and then I'll just clean up the edge on that, but really, a lot of times I don't even need to. I just go through just in case. Can you see that? How pretty that is? And that design is going to be so cool when I've got all of them. So I'll post what it looks like when I get my whole hands done. We're at 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes, and that's with me being slow and everything. But if I was just plowing through, I'd probably have, at least half of them, if not more, done. No, so it won't take that long. But that's it. Just a little tutorial on getting it on there. It's really simple. Whenever we can get back together in person, I'd love to do in-home nail bar parties or just get together for tea or whatever, and or coffee. I don't drink that much tea. I do drink tea, but and then I can show you how to do it. But that's a little demo video that I've been promising. So thanks, guys. Thanks for your orders already. Thanks for helping me launch my new little business. I love it. So let me know if you have any questions, and let me know if you want to host a nail bar party and get some free nails yourself. So thanks, guys.